Welcome aboard the Fandom's Revenge. I'm your captain, Dr. Disaster, and today we're discussing the comments dropped by the ex-wife of Grandmaster George Lucas himself, Marsha Lucas, because it's always fun to watch when someone with some level of prominence absolutely pummels the doofuses at Lucasfilm.
Alone at last.
Seriously, it's hard to think of a group of brainlets who deserve to get smashed more than the harpies who are currently running Lucasfilm into the ground. What makes it more delicious is that, according to their own standards, this is a bit of friendly fire. I mean, Marsha Lucas is a woman. She couldn't possibly disagree with the direction of Star Wars, could she? That would be blasphemy against their very silly woke religion.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
Oh, hell no!
Well, unfortunately for Kathleen Kennedy, women are not a monolith. Some of them have the capability of thinking for their damn selves. This is where Marsha Lucas comes in, an absolute beast in the industry if her resume is anything to go by. She's a film editor responsible for the editing in A New Hope and Taxi Driver, which is an excellent film. If you've never seen it, go check it out. The movie's a classic, so this means Marsha Lucas has top-notch industry cred. Kennedy would be wise to remember that women like her exist for future reference.
Bitch, you don't have a future.
Let's dive into what Marsha Lucas said. This article comes from IndieWire. Star Wars editor Marsha Lucas slams Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams. They don't have a clue. Marsha Lucas was furious when she saw Han Solo and Luke Skywalker killed in Disney's Star Wars trilogy. Marsha Lucas is no fan of the Disney-produced Star Wars movies. While being interviewed for J.W. Rinsler's just-published book on The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi film producer Howard Kazanjian, Lucas slammed current Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy and director J.J. Abrams for their storyline decisions. The choice to kill off Han Solo and Luke Skywalker particularly made Lucas upset. Lucas won an Oscar for editing the original Star Wars along with Paul Hirsch and Richard Chew. She returned to co-edit Return of the Jedi and went uncredited on The Empire Strikes Back. Prior to Star Wars, Lucas made a name for herself editing Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver and Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, and she was also Oscar nominated for American Graffiti. Marsha Lucas was married to George Lucas between 1969 and 1983. Like I said before, this is a woman who knows movies. She's not blowing smoke up our asses trying to sell a political message. She's no longer really involved with Hollywood. She's not trying to land another gig. She seems like she's speaking her mind openly, which the phonies in the movie industry rarely do in public. Anyhow, the article continues. I like Kathleen. I always liked her, Marsha Lucas says in Rinsler's book, Howard Kazanjian, A Producer's Life. She was full of beans, she was really smart and really bright, really wonderful woman, and I liked her husband Frank. I liked them a lot. I feel like I should pause for just a second and point out that as much as I dislike Kathleen Kennedy and her politics, and the way that those politics drive her movie-making decisions, I have heard on several occasions from people who know her that Kathleen Kennedy is actually a nice person. This is just anecdotal, so take it however you want, but we cannot become as bad as the SJWs that we oppose. We aren't looking to drive people like Kathleen Kennedy out of society. It's nothing personal, it's business. We just want to excise the political messaging from Star Wars. The article continues, now that she's running Lucasfilm and making movies, it seems to me that Kathy Kennedy and J.J. Abrams don't have a clue about Star Wars. They don't get it. And J.J. Abrams is writing these stories. When I saw that movie where they kill Han Solo, I was furious. I was furious when they killed Han Solo. Absolutely, positively, there was no rhyme or reason to it. I thought, you don't get the Jedi story. You don't get the magic of Star Wars. You're getting rid of Han Solo? Rensler, a former executive editor at Lucasfilm, interviewed Lucas in between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, although his book on Kazanjian was just published. Rensler passed away shortly before the book's release. Lucas also railed against the decision to kill Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. They have Luke disintegrate, Lucas says. They killed Han Solo. They killed Luke Skywalker. And they don't have Princess Leia anymore. And they're spitting out movies every year. And they think it's important to appeal to a woman's audience. So now, their main character is this female who's supposed to have Jedi powers, but we don't know how she got Jedi powers or who she is. It sucks. The storylines are terrible, just terrible, awful. You can quote me. J.J. Abrams, Kathy Kennedy, talk to me.
I f***ing love this girl!
It's satisfying to hear this because we've been saying this for years. The Last Jedi was awful. Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, they don't know what the hell they're doing with a story like Star Wars. I'm sure George Lucas, if he were not contractually obligated to keep his mouth shut, would love to say something similar. The people who love Star Wars as a story, the people who know how to tell a story and who aren't interested in using Star Wars as a vehicle to move their SJW garbage into the mainstream, yeah, those people can't stand these films. And one thing that's interesting is the timing of the release of this information. As you all must know by now, there has been heavy speculation about Kathleen Kennedy and her contract with Lucasfilm, which should be ending sometime soon. The speculation is that she won't be rehired or re-signed this fall. It could be that this book was just interested in pushing out some juicy, controversial quotes like this in the hopes of drumming up interest among Star Wars fans. Or, if we consider the timing, it might be that the powers that be in Hollywood are laying out their case for why Kennedy should be let go before she gets the axe. After all, remember that Kamran Pasha said this several months ago about Kathleen Kennedy.
So what is happening is this Lucasfilm Civil War has now gone really, really intense behind the scenes. And I know I'm going to say this, there are definitely people that want Ms. Kennedy out, right? And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I would be shocked if that didn't include Mr. Chapek, who's a bean counter, right? Who's like, this isn't good for our finances, this isn't good for the shareholders. How do you do that politically, especially in the current environment with people are afraid of the woke crowds, right? They have to find a way to do it. So I think the telltale sign will come if you start getting sort of the rumors spreading like they have been spreading with Amber Heard. Which is the leaks being set out in some way degrading Kathleen Kennedy's reputation. The moment one of those comes out and you start hearing people saying nasty stuff about Kathleen Kennedy, rumors, that's when the kill move is being prepared.
If you ask me, I think there's reason for optimism, because I grew up watching movies like Star Wars, so I like to believe that villains get their comeuppance.
Nasty little fellows such as yourself always get their comeuppance.
They do?
Oh, yes. Always.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.